Hello everyone and welcome to a Figma unboxing and review without the box because these are all second hand, and as you can see we're using a very different light source because it is surprisingly sunny here in Scotland. So this is obviously second hand, and what we have here is from the Yakuza series of games. We have Kiryu and Majima. Yes, we have Kiryu-chan, as Majima would have it put. So we have what I can only presume is accessories in both here. This I presume is Majima, and this I presume is Kiryu. So let us start off this little review with the main character himself of the series, Kiryu. Now, I've only played Yakuza 1 so far. I recently got into it because a good friend of mine, Robert, was playing it, and it was very enjoyable, and I ended up taking a quick search online and seeing if there were any figures, and lo and behold there was. Only two, Kiryu and Majima, and they are Figma series. So here is Kiryu-chan, very loose in the waist, but I did see another review and that was also a thing with them. So the shoulders, although it has this suit, they can actually, if you bend in the shoulder bit here, it does actually go to a full review. You know, the more that I'm looking at this, the more I'm thinking that lighting was actually a really bad idea, because the lighting only really works if the character's all the way over here. Tell you what, let's pause this and we'll be back in just a second to fix the lighting. Okay, and we are back with this rather strange dynamic lighting with sirens going on in the background. I don't know if you can hear that. But yes, so as I was saying, although the lighting's not that great actually, this is the last time I use natural lighting. I'm just going to use the regular lighting from now on. But yes, even though he's wearing the suit, it does actually fold in and allows you to do a full T-pose. There's only a singular arm joint, but it folds in quite nicely, even with the suit. The hand is on a ball joint, it looks like. Let's just try removing this. There you go. This is the regular little ball joint for Figmas. Of course, these Figmas are much smaller than the usual Storm collectible figures that we normally do. The head has this whole head pivot. There's no ab crunch here that I am aware of. This looks to be soft rubber here, and the legs are hard plastic, but does allow for relative mobility. You can do a good jump kick. The knee comes right in. Lots of bit of ankle flexibility there. So yes, overall very lovely. It's certainly a Figma figure. It's only the waist that is a little bit of an issue because it's really floppy, as you can see. But I think that is just Kiryu figures. I don't think that is down to the person that owned this before me. Getting him to stand's a little bit difficult. Let's put him into a little bit of a fighting pose, shall we? There we go. Let's move him into the light. And there we go. So rotating the leg in the correct way, that'll fix that. Let's bring out his rival. Rival slash friend slash whatever you want to call him, Majima-san. Basically your main antagonist throughout the game. I'm just going to cut this bit of sellotape because it's giving me issues and I don't want to bend poor Majima-san. The mad dog of what's his name again? What's Mijima's name? It's the mad dog of something. And obviously Kiryu Kazuma is the dragon of Dojima. Even though Dojima gets killed, spoilers. So there is Majima. He looks really good actually. I mean, I have to say that see the look of the character, it looks exactly like them. Majima doesn't have the same sort of issues. Let's see his mobility. So yep, the arm goes into T-pose. That's as far as it goes. It doesn't go any further than T-pose, but that's completely fine. the arm does a good elbow twist. This snake skin is really cool, actually. It's very nice. It's got the image there on the eye patch. Now, in Yakuza 1, he doesn't have that image in the eye patch, but I'm sure that I'll come across that. That'll be a thing in some of the later Yakuza games. Let's look at the leg flexibility. Doesn't go as far as Kiryu's, but it feels like it's got more. Oh wow, yep, that is some good neither. Yep, you get some good like tiger knee poses there with Kiryu. With Majima. He does have the ab crunch there, you can see it on the waist. Doesn't have his tattoos though. Tattoos should be on the chest, but that's no problem. He's got the big Oni symbol on his back. And the same with this one over here. Let's check the ankle pivot in the light. Yep, so it certainly has a little bit of ankle pivot. Certainly seems to be decent Figma figures. So let's put them into somewhat of a sassy pose. There we go, that looks a bit like Majima. And we'll put him over there. And let's take a look at the accessories. So we have two sets of accessories, don't know which is which. So let's just try the green one first. This is a ball of sellotape, so I need to find the entry point. There it is. That should give me a start. Sometimes this is like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube. It's a random puzzle that SL likes to give you. It's good though, it means that it's nice and safe and protected. So I mean, props for that. But you don't need to make it Fort Knox. There we go. There we go there in the end. So this, I see. So this here is the Figma stand. That is how you can tell it is an official Figma. It has the lovely little Figma things. And it has the little things for propping them up. These are little stands. So the way that this works is Figma characters, they have this hole in their back that you can see there. And that attaches into the back of these little things so that you can put them into dynamic poses. So let's just show one off for the camera. Let's go like this. We'll do it into the light. And let's say we have Majima in mid jump kick or so. Try to extend that leg out just a little bit, just something like that. Bring this arm up and over, bring the head up, rotate the body in. It'd be nicer if we could get the leg to sit up. It seems to, you see the thing is it doesn't sit there. You see how it just moved itself back there. It might be the jacket that's causing the issue. The jacket just pushing it down. But there we go, that's roughly right. And then this just goes into the little peg in the back. And if you position it right, you should be able to get a rather cool dynamic pose. If this would go in. Well, that is how it's supposed to work, but the peg is a little bit loose, meaning that the character falls down. But if it's more secured in, I don't want to push it any further than this, as you can see, or can you see? There, looking for the light. I don't really want to push it any further than that, but it should just sit like that, and then the character should be able to do that, but doesn't particularly letting us, but that is what that should look like. And that's what the purpose of these stands are, which didn't really work there, which sucks. Couldn't get it to work on camera, but good enough. Let's put him back into a little pose. Give him his his kind of little signature sort of sassy pose. Bring him into the light. There we go. So those are the stands, which means that this should be the accessories. Now I have a rough idea of what the accessories are, so let's hope that they are all here, so that I can show them all to you. Oh, he's actually given me this in a little bag. This is a little bag, this is. So that's quite cool. And it is a bag within a bag, which is even better. So, oh, here we go. So there we are, this is the official Figma bag. I think the reason he's done this is he's left it because there's these little markings here. Looks like maybe bite marks, maybe a cat. You can actually see the row of teeth it goes around here. So like the jaw is roughly 2 thumb size. That would probably be the size of a cat. Far too big to be a hamster, far too small to be a dog, unless it's a very small dog. So I suspect that that is a cat that has been chewing on this. Cats do enjoy doing that when they are teething. So there's some interesting little info for you about cats. So we have to be very careful here because there's a lot of very small objects. So I'll just put all of this out and hope that I got everything. There's even tiny little bits here that you're having issues grabbing. Okay, so let's look and see what all of these accessories are. So first of all, there is Majima's baseball bat, which is absolutely what I'm going to be posing him with. That is definitely the thing. If he had his umbrella, I would be doing that, but don't. Majima also comes with this little katana. And you know, has the sun moved during this recording? It feels like it has. He also comes with the sheathed katana. So the sheath isn't removable. So you come with the sheath katana and the open katana. We also have Majima's little dagger, which is very cool because it actually comes with this image on it, which you can't see because of the lighting. You know what, give me a second, I'm going to change the lighting once again. Okay, that's much better. That will teach me for trying to ever use natural light again, just because it happens to be particularly sunny here in Scotland. So, here is the little knife that I was talking about. And as you can see, it has the flower decorations on it, which is very nicely sculpted. Very nice piece of artwork there. We have Kiryu's golden gun, which is one of the last things you can get in Yakuza 1. I don't know if you'll have that in the later games. We have here a health drink, which Kiryu comes with. As you can see, it has quite a bit of detail on it. It's a little sticker here. It looks like the sticker is almost peeling off, so just want to be very careful with that. A little bit there. Kiryu also comes with a cigarette, which at the time it was made, cigarettes were far more popular, obviously, associated with Yakuza. If I can pick the damn thing up. So it is very, very small, as you can see. There it is, you can see the edge of it there. That is the end of it. So, very, very small piece there. Now these things, I don't know what these are, but there's 2 of them. And you can see them on camera. They are just 2 little white sticks. I don't know if they're meant to be like substitute cigarettes, or what is going on there. If anyone knows what that is, please do let me know in the comments below. And then we are into the accessories. So, we have 2 additional heads for Majima, which you can see there. It is the happy face and the angry shouty face for Majima. We have 2 heads for Kiryu. which is the angry and the happy face, or it's happy, about as happy as what Kiryu gets. And then the last part we have here is the hands. So let us take a look at those. So you'll notice that this comes with additional faces rather than additional heads. That is something that Figma tends to do. Saves a bit on the packaging. But, there is a second cigarette that was hidden in here. So I think that they give you two just in case you lose one, because I don't think it's actually possible for Kiryu to use two at the same time. And rightly so. So let's look at Majima hands first. So he has the open hands here, open grip hands. We have two gripping fists meant for gripping items, like example the baseball bat or the sword. And those are both right-handed, so presumably one is at an angle. There we have the left hand, which is an open grip hand as well. And lastly, we have this hand in this kind of pose. Is this a cigarette pose hand? Could very well be. Or maybe it's just like a kind of beckoning hand, you know, like to challenge an opponent. And now let's look at Kiryu's hands. So he has the open grip palms. If the camera would focus. Well, yeah, you'll just have to trust me on that. Those are open grip palms. Even though the camera is in refusal, because these are quite small, it is not the easiest to show off. He has a gripping hand for an item. Camera, please. There we go. So as you can see, it is a very nice circular motion in there. We have a gun grip hand with the trigger finger. So that is obviously meant to go with the golden gun. This is a left hand with a grip on it, so that it can hold an item, should you so choose to. And lastly, this is definitely a cigarette hand, because these two little bits there. Let's try putting a cigarette in here. So, not the easiest little thing to do. But, there's actually a hole for the cigarette to go into. That makes it a little bit easier. At least I thought it would. So you can see here, if the camera will focus, that there is a tiny little hole there. And what we're trying to do is get the cigarette to go into that little peg without damaging the cigarette, which seems to be a little bit in refusal. It's almost as if the hole is just too small for the cigarette to go into. I'll show you what I'm doing on camera. I don't want to force it in with any kind of strength. But you can see that it gets that far, but that is not the way that a human holds a cigarette. So, I'll maybe play about with that off camera. But that is what that is supposed to look like. So presumably the person that owned this before me never ever used that. So let us see what some of the different things look like. So let's change Mijima's face. So the face should just come off. You can see it just like that there. Just comes off exactly like that. And we'll put in the excessively happy Kiryu face. We do also need the hairpiece, otherwise it looks like this awful monstrosity. So you take the hair off of the previous head, should just come off like so, there. And then we need to take the face back off. We're learning. We're learning here together. Majima, please. So yes, Strong Collectibles. Well, Strong Collectibles are much more known for standing power because obviously they are bigger and heavier figures. But Figma is much smaller, much lighter figures. That's why they come with stands. So there you go. There is your extremely happy Majima now. And then let's take off one of these arms, one of these hands. Should just pull off. Just don't give it too much strength, just a little bit. The last thing you want to do is go breaking one of these little pieces. There you go. And you see, exactly the same as works with Strong Collectibles. And let's put a baseball bat in his hand. Now, which one of these two should be the baseball bat? That's the question. So the baseball bat, does this have any tricks to it? Ah, yes, it does have a trick. So the baseball bat here, the bottom of it actually comes off. I'm aware of this because I've used some Figmas before. If it would freaking focus, camera. There we go. So as you can see here, the base actually comes off of here so that you can fit it around the hand. Let's put the base down here. Let's go with... Let's try this one. Is this too big? Yeah, okay, so that hand is for a smaller item. So try this one. Yep, that works out perfect. And then you can put the base back on the bottom of it. And there you go. You now have the gripping baseball bat. So now we can place that here. Then rotate it. Rotate the hand a little bit, and there you have Mishima-san with his baseball bat. Let's try the other hand, see what we can do with that. So we have another gripped hand. We'd have this hand maybe grip his katana. No, the katana is a bit too loose for that. Ah, I think that this smaller hand, yes, that's a sword gripping hand. So, unfortunately, there's no left hand that can grip a sword. So, oh. Well, interestingly enough, this part comes off. I don't know what the purpose of that is, because we already have the unsheathed sword. So, curious. Maybe they were originally just going to give you the sheath part, you know, and that you could remove the blade and swap it, and then they decided, nope, we'll just go with the two of them. So let's try the knife. Can this go in the left hand? That's the next question. It looks like it's trying to fit. Just a little bit of a squeeze. There we go. So I've given him the reverse grip rather than the forward grip. Which I don't think Majima actually uses, but it will look cooler for the pose, which is what we're going to go for. Just pull that off, put the other one on. I'm pretty sure Majima only uses a forward grip stance for his knife, but if we do something like that, then yes, that there looks pretty menacing, I would say. That certainly looks like good old Majima, ready to either bash your face in with a baseball bat or to stab you very, very much with his little knife. So there is good old Majima-san. That's probably the way I'm going to keep him posed when he goes on display on my shelf upstairs. So that is all the parts of Majima. So the rest of this we're going to put over here. The swords we're going to put over here as well. And now let's look at Kiryu-chan. So let's give Kiryu-chan a more joyful face than what he currently has. So just remove the head. Nice and easy to remove. So there's no hair part that comes off here, because he doesn't need it, because it comes as part of that. But let's put on the happier Kiryu face. So the Kiryu face is based off of the PlayStation 2 model, but and I've only played the remastered version, so it actually works out well, even for me, because even though I'm only aware of the newer version, I can see that, you know, it certainly does resemble that. So we're going to put the gun into the gun holder, into the hand that holds gun. So the base of this is a little bit tricky. Going to just use a little bit of force there. And there we go. There is our little golden gun. Its little hand, which is rather cool. And let's just equip that to Kiryu. Kiryu-chan. And we'll put him into a somewhat cool pose, having the gun at his side. He doesn't need to, you know, go around shooting and pointing at everything. I would put the cigarette in the hand, but unfortunately the cigarette only comes with the right hand, it doesn't come with the left hand. So, that is a little bit annoying. What else can we put in the right hand? We give him a little energy drink. Let's try that, shall we? Put the little health drink into his right hand. Let's try doing this on camera. Let's give it a little force. Try not to drop it. That is a bit stupid. That's because I'm trying to do it on camera. That's what the issue is there. Let me just do it off camera just a second. Give it a little push, and there we go. And there is the Kiryu health drink. Probably a toughness double Z. There we are. And let's put that into his hand there. So it's a cooler little accessory than just having a closed fist. And there we go. That looks like a much more relaxed, much happier version of Kiryu, if he would freaking stand. I'm sure I can get the posability on this correct. It's just that the body leans back more than what it really should. If I rotate the foot a little bit, that might make him stand. There we go. And there we have it. There is our Yakuza figures. Majima and Kiryu. So that's going to be it for this video, folks. Let's just take this off the stand and we can let you see a little better figure of them. As you can see, Majima is much taller than Kiryu, as he's meant to be in the game. But yes, that is going to be it for this video, folks. I hope you all enjoyed. And remember, you can find us on Discord in the description below if you want to talk to me. Remember to like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment. I do try to respond to all of them. And we will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.